Batman, Hush, Chapter 8, The Dead. Tommy Elliot is dead. We live in a violent world. I went to my first funeral at the age of 10. As kids, to our parents' horror, Tommy and I would play hide and seek among the gravestones. His father, and later, his mother, are both buried here as well. Dr. Thomas Elliot used his skills as a surgeon to save the lives that others would have taken away. Unfortunately, there was no one skilled enough to save him. Despite spending most of his adulthood in Philadelphia, he left instructions that he be laid to rest here, next to his parents, in the Gotham City cemetery. I wish I knew how to sum up a man's entire life in a few sentences, but as those of you who know me can attest, when it comes to the craft of the wordsmith, I'm something of a failure.
Dick, you ever hear Bruce talk about this guy before?
Not much, but he doesn't really talk about his childhood either, Tim. Tommy left no family, no heirs. Only the family chauffeur, Clarence, who had been retired for years, knew where to find his personal effects. I see Dick and Tim, and suddenly, my life seems that much richer. We met at school. Our lockers were next to each other.
Hey, look at that. We've both got two first names for our first and last names.
Not many of the other children spoke to me. The Wayne fortune had a way of intimidating people. Nothing intimidated Tommy.
You play? I do. Any good? Better than you.
Ha! Tommy loved a good challenge more than anything. Alfred, Leslie Tompkins, Lucius Fox. So, I thought it best I read something that Tommy would have enjoyed.
Oh, please, not oh, Captain, my Captain. Don't you know, Selina, it's one of Bruce's favorite pieces.
Remind me to not have him speak at my funeral. Selina, I seem to have more family than I seem to have. Oh, Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every wrack. The prize we sought is won. I was living in Paris when Tommy graduated from medical school. Alfred got word to me that he had wanted to follow in my father's footsteps and become the world's greatest surgeon. And I was in Japan when Alfred sent me a telegram telling me Tommy's mother had died of cancer. I always meant to get back to see him, but my life had changed by then. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells, but I with mournful tread walk the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. I have been to too many funerals. Sleep well, Tommy. The cave. I have been awake for 56 hours.
Subject analysis. Elliot, Thomas. Cause of death. Heart failure due to rupture of the aortic valve and left ventricle. Ballistic report indicates the bullet was fired from a 9mm Glock, standard issue Gotham City Police Department firearm. Subject's blood flooded into the lungs. Joker, identity unknown, charged with the murder, being held at Arkham Asylum for observation. Cause of death, heart failure due to rupture of the aortic valve. Joker, identity unknown.
As with everything, the answer lies somewhere in the details.
Analysis. Elliot, Thomas. Cause of death. Heart failure due to rupture. Bruce, hello? I've been talking to you for about 10 minutes.
I have been listening.
Joker, identity unknown. Do you think you could turn that thing off for a couple of minutes so we can talk? Which requires you doing more than listening?
Computer, audio and visual off.
Gotham City Police Department. Audio and visual off.
You've got 2 minutes, Dick. And while I appreciate your concern for my well-being, it's not just me. Alfred, Barbara, Tim, given that I've lost a friend, a good friend, even though we hadn't seen each other for a long time.
Hey, given your usual grim and moody self, you're being a box of chocolates. But you caught the bad guy. The Joker's back in Arkham for like the 79th time, where maybe we can hold on to him for more than an hour and a half this time. The Joker didn't kill Tommy. Whoa, wait, back up. You were there.
I saw what I was meant to see, heard what I was meant to hear. A gunshot, Tommy's body lying dead with a bullet through his heart, the Joker holding a smoking gun. But, as I said, the Joker didn't kill Tommy. Then, who? Computer, track visual to my voice.
Confirmed.
It involves the manipulation of Killer Croc, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and Harley Quinn. It reaches as high as Superman, and as low as the Joker. It's someone new, or someone old trying something new.
That narrows it down to, say, half the criminal population of Gotham City?
If detective work were easy, everyone would be doing it.
Was that humor? Now I am worried about you.
It even got to me. I almost killed the Joker. I honestly wanted to.
Bruce. Without sounding trite, whatever your impulse was, you didn't act on it. Whoever is doing this, you'll get them. Guys?
Yes, Oracle.
If you're all through with the male bonding, does she have to listen to everything?
You'd know better than I would.
I heard that. So if either of you is interested, the Riddler just hijacked an armored car with $11 million in cash on board. He left a note. What is it that has 4 wheels, costs $11 million, and flies? The night air might clear your head.
Let's take the car.
Great. Which one? So, word under the street is you're seeing Catwoman. Any truth in that? I take it by your silence. It is true.
Dick always spoke to me without fear. No matter what else has happened to us through the years, he has earned that right.
Look, this may be none of my damn business, and I know you think I'm against you going out with a former known thief or whatever she was. Anyway, I'm not against it. Bruce, I've known you too long. I came down to the cave expecting to find you draped in shadows, cut off from everyone, including yourself. You lost an old friend, I get it. But there's something different about you. Good different. If she makes you happy, great. Except every relationship you've ever had with a woman, either as Bruce or Batman, has gotten screwed up because you didn't tell her about your being either Batman or Bruce. My point is, tell her. Hell, you've known each other so long, she probably already knows.
You're right.
Really?
It is none of your damn business.
Okay, the Riddler just passed the Denny's on Adams. If you turn left on 2nd Avenue... Well, boys, have you figured out what's got 4 wheels, costs $11 million, and flies? Battering ram engaged. Listen, Bruce, if you do decide to have that conversation with her, you might want to shave first.
The first person I ever revealed my identity to was Dick Grayson. He was about the same age I was when my parents were killed. His parents, circus acrobats, had been murdered, and I wanted to make a difference in his life. The way if my parents had lived, they would have made a difference in mine. Through the years, I've debated whether or not it was fair of me to take him in, train him, give him another identity to hide behind. But I've learned that Dick wasn't like me. He didn't come from a world of privilege. He was a performer, gifted in that way. And while, at the time, the transition from Robin to Nightwing was difficult for us both, it was a day I had long prepared myself for because Dick was born to be in the center ring.
Ha 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 ha!
I think about Edward Nygma and the life he has had as the Riddler, where once his obsessive need to leave riddles as clues would confound me. Everything about him has become routine. A solid gold garbage truck. I half expected him to have retired by now. Someone has taken the time to infiltrate the lives of Poison Ivy, Killer Croc, Harley Quinn, even the Joker. And yet, the Riddler has apparently been ignored.
Need any help with that?
No, I've got it. An armored car robbery, even with $11 million in cash, is exactly the sort of crime the Riddler has always taken on. And the riddle, by his standards, was amateurish. Why was he ignored? Was he somehow undeserving?
Activating ultraviolet.
Or, knowingly or otherwise, was he himself intended to be the riddle?
Anything?
Maybe. I've seen this substance before. Ash. From the Lazarus pit. As with everything, the answer lies somewhere in the details.
What is this, a joke? I don't know you. Do I?
I'm your attorney. You're free on bail, pending a hearing to get the charges dropped.
It's not like you, seeking me out. Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
A few days ago I buried a dear friend.
I'm sorry.
I may be crazy, but I'm not going anywhere with some bandage head.
Fair enough.
It's been suggested that I'm handling it well because I have you in my life.
I have a fan. Is it the little bird or the bigger one?
Nightwing. Wait a second. I know that voice. You should. We go way back, to even before my accident. I know who you are, Selina, where you live, what you do during the day. Like you, I have 2 lives. I want you to be part of both of them. You broke into my home one Christmas, beat me up in front of my wife.
This isn't going to turn out to be a good surprise, is it?
You know, for a loner, you certainly have yourself a lot of strings. Nightwing, Robin, Oracle, Huntress, Batgirl. I just don't want to be the one string that trips you up. You won't.
So, you had a little plastic surgery done. Okay, a lot of plastic surgery done. What's this all about, Two-Face?
Sorry, Two-Face is gone.
Bruce.
Harvey Dent is back, and I'm going to finish the job I set out to do as district attorney when the law was on my side. So, where do we go from here?
You could find a razor, and a bath wouldn't kill you.
Dick was right. I should have shaved.